Hello, hello everyone! Welcome back to Dewan Pundit Indonesia, the English version. Happy New Year! Do you guys miss us? My name is Conchita Caroline and I will be your host for today's episode. And as always, we have some of your favorite pundits here at the studio with us. Some familiar faces, Firzi Idris, Adiani, and of course, Kiko Enrico.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, guys! Our first show.
Happy New Year!
So how was Yogyakarta, Kiko?
Very specific. No, it was nice, seeing...
Am I not supposed to say that?
No, it's okay. No, it's good seeing, old friends and family back there, and played a bit of paddle, not football, bit of other sports. So it was fun, refreshing 2 weeks.
I want to ask Adiani's New Year, but he's probably working anyway, so
it is what it is.
He's probably spending New Year's Eve at the studio.
At the studio, this holiday, you can have your holiday.
I was having my holiday watching
I
Adi.
have to work.
Adiani. Yeah, he's always there for us.
For you guys.
There you go.
How was your New Year, Mas Firzi? Was it
nice.
a good one?
Yeah, I'm still working all the New Year's long. So and with this news of Coach Sin, so it's like been just 6 days into the new year, but very very crazy time of very very crazy three.
No, I think the question.
Days,
I think the question should be. How does it feel to be viral?
He's the go-to. He's the go-to
man of the moment.
To be viral and to be accused as a buzzer.
As a buzzer for PSSI. That's what you get with being in the middle of something. You need to criticize the one side, and you need to criticize the others, and the others said that you're the supporter. The others said you're the supporter. By both sides, I'm a sandwich in here.
you gotta monetize it, man.
We can safely say Fabrizio Romano just posted a video. Now he's using Indonesian subtitles.
Yeah,
that's because he felt competitive with
goodness me.
So it's been quite stressful for Mas.
Yeah, very busy. So a bit apologies if I'm a bit like stats light on this edition, because for the past 3 days just being on the phone, contacting people, WhatsApping people, even the journalists from outside Indonesia, my friends from Hong Kong, from Australia, from Korea, even they could. I
can guarantee that he just did a Zoom like with everybody.
Yeah, I did.
Just to clarify everything.
With my journalist friends from Australia, I've done the Asian Game podcast, and with the Korean journalist based in Ontario, Canada, he contacted me. I made a video with him today. So today I made like 4 appearances from TV, YouTube, everywhere.
Yeah. We're still gonna talk about it on our very last segment. So.
This is fun, isn't it?
It's been crazy.
Right, so anyway, let's dive into some exciting Premier League action to start today's episode, shall we? While Arsenal and Chelsea seem to be struggling to keep up with Liverpool at the top, one unexpected name has emerged in the race for the top 4. And that is Nottingham Forest. It's a story nobody saw coming for the season. So let's talk about Nottingham Forest first. They've gone from relegation battlers last season to breaking into the top 4 this year. What do you think, Adiani?
This is not a coincidence.
Yeah.
This is accidental.
No.
That's what I didn't say that off cam.
For you to just show your crazy collection of football jerseys that no one in Indonesia can basically compare with.
Yeah.
Everybody has this.
No way, man.
So
not everyone.
We're going to talk about Nottingham Forest now.
Not your collection.
Not the collection.
Not the collection, not the jersey.
That amazes.
We will go through my collection as we go to the show.
You're gonna show.
Towards like 5-6 episodes, maybe a variety of a couple of jerseys.
Yeah.
So the Al Hilal jersey.
Oh yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. So now Forest from their promotion 2022.
Yeah.
In that debut season after 23 years, I think, not playing in the highest level in England. It was shocking because the history of this great club. This is a massive club. I think it's even bigger than Aston Villa, champions of Europe. Maybe the one of the pioneers of winning the Champions League, while having a promotional season and doing very well in their first season to become champions and then to go to the Champions League and winning it. The Clough boys, of course, with their record, players like Martin O'Neill being a part of the squad, Peter Wilth as well. For Forest right now, from 2022 when they bought like 20 plus players, and then Maranakis was considered to be a crazy guy.
The joke of the transfer window.
The
right?
joke
Yeah.
of the transfer window, and it's copied by Todd Bully.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say.
These left side approaches from crazy tycoons doesn't care about money, but wants a successful club. He has Olympiacos as well, and now he's running Forest. But the outcome now is very well. The business that they do in the January window of last season, that was the start with Matt Sells coming in, top quality goalkeeper, and then they figure out which is their Achilles heel. And last season, 22 goals from set pieces. And then they go and get one of the best highly rated defender, who is top 2 in terms of aerial duels. I think if you get a quality player in defense, the goalkeeping position, the defensive,
The two central backs,
central defenders, it's going to be, the outcome is going to be positive. And Milinkovic, this season, I think, is the best defender out there in the Premier League. And then you got Elliot Anderson. So again, a midfielder that has the vision. I think Newcastle United misses him so much.
Somebody that Cruzy knows quite well.
Yeah, he's now playing like Zinedine Zidane in that midfield for Forest. And the loss of Brennan Johnson, people were talking about it, the Forest fans. They can't believe it that they lost Brennan Johnson. But now I don't think they miss him.
It
because
matters that much, yeah.
Chris Wood, what a season. Newcastle United doesn't need
say it
Chris
again.
Wood. So this is all coming
All
back to
Newcastle.
Newcastle United. And he is
It's all
having...
coming back from PSR.
PSR,
Yeah.
PSR is the one that is making Newcastle not becoming champions in the past couple of seasons. Because if it's a fair playing field, the PSR stuff is not considered. I think Newcastle will become champions this season or last season, but it's not going to happen sometime
It's
soon.
not
with the
Chelsea
PSR.
2004 again.
Yeah. So again, for Forest, everything is going according to plan. Maranakis once considered a madman, on par with Todd Bully, but now look at Chelsea, look at Forest, and look at where they are. Forest fans still think that this is third position, but I think this is like on par with Arsenal, only goal difference.
Goal
right?
difference, yeah.
So again, everything is positive. Maybe not Champions League position in the end of the season, but European places, of course, is up for grabs. And if they can play in the Europa League, it's a bonus. But if you look at the run of fixtures and the 6 straight wins, so the possibility is incredible for Forest to be even near Arsenal and close to even near to Liverpool as well.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's surprising on how low they were last season. On
the last
table.
2 seasons.
Yeah.
Almost being relegated.
Yeah, no, and then
I think 17th, right?
I think so
last
around
season,
that,
right?
and then how good they are right now with the players that they brought in, with Elliot Anderson as well. But it's really good football that you're seeing from them. It's very positive. It's very counter-attacking. I still remember that goal from Callum Hudson-Odoi against Liverpool and how beautiful that is from the left side at Anfield. And it's really nice what Nuno Espirito Santo is doing with the team as well. They're buying the correct players fit for their position. Elliot Anderson, it looks like Nuno's giving a lot of responsibility for him, trying to make him more versatile going forward. I think we're not surprised to see it now. I mean, during the start of the season, we might think might not be thinking this is a top three team by January, something like that. But as the season goes and you see their football, you get convinced of how they're in this position right now. So
at this point of the season, they got 12 wins. It's 3 more than what they got last season. Yeah, from the whole of last season. I mean, it's crazy the advancement that they made. 6 straight wins, the first time in 58 years, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and I like Nottingham Forest. I think they're one of those heritage clubs that you just cannot hate. I mean, with players like Van Hooijdonk, Stan Collymore, Stuart Pearce, back in the day, their goalkeeper Mark Crossley. I think with the camera at the City ground, that almost ground level camera angle, it's one of the great sights of the 90s, the early 90s, the mid 90s. They are definitely they want to be back here for a very long time, and Yeah, as you say, Adi, the first 2 seasons they're back. They're like the joke of the Premier League. The way they sign players like there's no tomorrow. But now, look at what they did in the transfer market. I mean, Matt Sells, he was once a Newcastle goalkeeper. And one other aspect that I like about Nottingham Forest is because
the core is Newcastle.
They have the core players were Newcastle United players, and that makes me actually very happy.
Very proud.
Very proud because we can supply them, and we know they're good players. Chris Wood, Newcastle bought him from Burnley. He scored the goals that made us stay up. I think it's 2 seasons or 1.5 seasons ago. There were 3 strikers: Isaac, Wilson, and Chris Wood. One of them needs to go for, again, PSR reasons. The management chose to have Wilson, which is obviously
a mistake, maybe.
No, not a mistake. I think back then, in the season of the 2022 World Cup,
he was very good.
Yeah, he was very good. He was fast. He was energetic and everything. But yeah, he got glasses like legs. So they
call me Mr. Glass.
They call me Mr. Glass. Yeah. So they had, in hindsight, I think maybe it's better with Wood. But I think with the way Newcastle playing now, they need more of a more dynamic striker. With Wood and Nottingham Forest, they play to his strength. He's that big, lumbering, tall players. They just stand there while the other players do the running, do the one-on-ones. And I think there's not a lot of teams that can do one-on-one as good as Nottingham Forest. I mean, when you look at Anderson, every chance he got, Anderson, Elanga, MGW, Morgan
how
Gibbs
good
White.
is Elanga?
Elanga. Newcastle willing to part with 50 million at the start of the season for him, and he's Swedish. Obviously, he got that working relationship with Alex Isak in the national team, and the fact that Forest can held onto him, even though there's a 50 million offer, and they still are not willing to sell him. I think that's just progress. That just goes to show the progress of Nottingham Forest made outside and inside the field. I mean, it's a lot of money. Maybe Nottingham Forest of 2 years ago, they're gonna snap on an offer like that. But yeah, having Elanga, having Morgan Gibbs White, having those players that are willing to engage players one-on-one, that is a mark of a good team. And of course, the core of the team in defense with Milankovic and Murillo.
Murillo is one of the best transfers
best transfers
from last season.
12 million for Milankovic or Murillo. They're one of the best team because of the Ola Aina, the best right back in the league right now. People, I forgot, maybe he's from Fulham. Yeah, once from
and
Fulham.
Then, plays in Torino.
Yeah, and then he went out and then he came back again. No one raised an eye when he came back to the Premier League, but he's playing on that right side, left-footed, very good player.
So do you agree with Adi that they might be able to secure the European spot by the end of the season?
No, I think on the second part of the season it's between a rejuvenated City, with Newcastle also in the conversation, with Chelsea also in the conversation. This will be a great battle for the 4th spot, I think, with all the teams that can improve, and we can see a lot more team can improve in the second half of the season.
Speaking of Chelsea, let's shift our focus to the 2 other big names in English football, Arsenal and Chelsea. Despite high expectations, both clubs seem to be falling short in their pursuit of Liverpool. What exactly has been Arsenal's biggest problem this season? They've had moments of brilliance, but consistency seems to be an issue. Gigo.
I think injuries, to be honest. Like, you get one key player injured, he gets back a couple of minutes in, and then another key players get injured. Nwaneri was replacing Saka in his position, and now he's injured as well. So it's not looking good. And this has been, Arsenal's issue in the past few Januaries. Like, can they bring in like an important player that can play a huge role for the team? Now it's January, so Arsenal fans and we're all starting to question that because they don't have that depth right now who can replace the quality of that. Martin Odegaard, when he's injured, somebody can't replace him. Saka and now Nwaneri as well, which Nwaneri is also playing quite well under Arteta this season. So I think injuries for Arsenal, because other than that, they're playing very good set pieces, goals from corners. I can't remember how much they have from corners, but they're playing really well offensively. So yeah, they need to be more consistent in that as well.
Do you agree, Eddie? Injuries? Is that
Injuries,
all?
yeah, because this team without the combination of Odegaard and Saka playing together, there's a big differential in their attacking approach, creativity, working in the tight spaces. Odegaard seems like a different player without Saka, vice versa. And then when you got a player young, exciting, a bit different than Saka, Wanyeri, and then he gets injured. What do you have? You have to play Trossard or Martinelli in that position which they are not comfortable. Both maybe more comfortable playing from the left side. So it becomes problematic. It disrupts the flow of the build-up. And defensively, I think Juve is working very well in terms of set pieces in an offensive situation. But if you see the game against Newcastle last night, that defensive structure in terms of trying to just mark a player. You can't mark Odegaard. Odegaard can't mark Isak. That is a joke. And that is a problem from the set-piece coach who doesn't set up the players well in terms of organizing that defensive set piece, in terms of trying to respond to the opposition and what can they offer from set pieces. And when they are playing a team like Newcastle who likes to play players maybe to split that defense between Saliba and Magalhaes, to not make them close to each other, and it becomes problematic, and the cover is not good enough, and the midfield with the players such as Partey not playing very well, although in the last few matches in the Premier League he is that star in that midfield to make Declan Rice works even more effective attacking wise. But in the game last night, it's a case in point where there's a lot of weakness in that side, and it's been showing the last game. David Raya also has a couple of mistakes, and I think it's beginning to be uncomfortable. And when your manager is talking about the problem with the ball, and that becomes a strange
it's as if
thing.
Newcastle played with a different ball.
And it's as if that 11 goals before facing Newcastle against the likes of Preston, Bolton, and Palace, they're playing with a different ball.
Of course. Yeah, I didn't watch that game actually.
What?
Because
I told you he's been busy. He's been busy with being viral and everything.
And I always
That was a good what?
spend some time to play paddle with you guys, so it's late
Really?
yesterday.
I did not remember that.
We won yesterday.
Yeah. Yes, we won.
Yeah. Sure. But when I woke up and I saw that scoreline 2-0, it was like, when was the last time Newcastle won at Emirates? It was like 2010.
Yeah.
It was the Eddie Carroll header.
Quite a long
It
time
was
ago.
quite a long time ago. I mean, with Arsenal playing their full team, I'm not expecting a lot from that game. Newcastle didn't have a lot of cover for their first team players. Bruno is not playing. Fabian Schär is not playing. With Arsenal, with all their best.
But how good is
players.
Botman? 10 months out, ACL.
Yeah. Now that
Just a couple of games.
I'm actually very worried about him because you said
But
10
he was
months
so
out,
secured.
ACL injuries, and Newcastle had a high line. That Martinelli run, I saw the extended highlights. That Martinelli run and a few runs that Arsenal made between the lines also. They made him work hard. I'm just worried for Botman because he played like, I think it's on Saturday and then Tuesday. I think he need a break. Don't want to push him too much. But with Arsenal, I saw a lot of Arsenal Twitter saying that the creativity in this team, the creativity only comes from Odegaard. If Odegaard is shackled, there's no one to step up except maybe Declan Rice. No one to provide that cutting edge. That penetration, that creativity, that vision to unleash that killer ball. And even after they found a way to get into the Newcastle box, they're finishing. That Kai Havertz header. He jumps and heads the ball while closing his eyes, so he cannot see. It hits the shoulder. I mean, come on. Maybe a better Arsenal side can win, can come back, or at least make that 2-1, and it will be a very interesting game on the 5th of February.
Last question and short answer only. Between Arsenal and Chelsea, with the issues that they're having right now, who do you think has a better chance of turning things around and finishing above the other?
Chelsea.
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 For me, it's Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Arsenal sih.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
2 Arsenal and 1
but
Chelsea.
I have a question. What happened on X last night when Isak scored? Because I think a lot of Arsenal fans on X, they're delusional. Maybe they think that Isak is their player. And this guy is causing a lot of problems, scoring the goals, giving the lead to Newcastle. Yeah, so it's just strange. Like I think a couple of my Arsenal friends as well. I think like he's not your player yet. So why do you think he wants to go to Arsenal?
I know a few Arsenal fans like message me, reply to my tweet saying,
This is the
Isak,
guy
Alexander Isak kan, dot Isak, the A is for Arsenal. What? What? Come on. If you can splash out
real.
like 150, 150, it's okay, no problem. But other than that, lower than that, kiss it goodbye.
He's very protective of him.
Of course.
Super protective of him. Don't you come from my boy.
15 goals.
Yeah, 15 goals, man. Seven matches in a row, he scores a goal.
Just in this past 1.5 months, he's been firing all cylinders.
Yeah, he's been great. The way he links up play, not just finishing moment. A very good player.
So what do you think, Jebret team? Who is going to be finishing the season better? Is it Arsenal or Chelsea? But right after this one, we're going to talk a bit about Manchester United. So stay tuned, only on DPI EV.